a record 24 wins in a row in terms of games. We're going to find out as
Koifa, after seeing the Wisp now at the top lane, is going to return back to the mid lane, but it's no Diggity. We're going to put some extra emphasis on top lane. No Diggity rotating. He's got the angle in. He's got the angle for the Fissure, and he blocks him in beautifully. KP is going to be stuck against the three members, and Kaka is just going to look for an escape route as he picks up a TP scroll and is ready to go, but
is being as one-sided as it is.
And there's a very drastic difference now between our two offlaners. KheZu is already level 4 and battling it out with these two heroes rather freely thanks to the farm he has. Meanwhile, top lane, KP is going to be gone on again as he's jumped by the Slark. He's going to be hit by the Sunstrike to finish him off. It's going to be Era who claims the last hit this time.
And that's the one thing Diggity is focusing on, making sure that this Doom gets shut out. Meaning the space creator from NewBee is honestly going to probably be Hao. The Viper traditionally isn't a hero that really goes around, gets out of his way to gank or anything like that. You just try to win your mid lane.
Oh, another beautiful block there from YapzOr. It looks like Chuan is going to be in some serious trouble. Has an Impale up in a second. Is just trying to stay ahead of KheZu at this point in time. Has to blow some of his mana. 2 more mana, and he'll be able to have an Impale that might be able to save him against KheZu. Now Kaka's going to appear, and Chuan will be fine. It's going to be KheZu goes down instead. Great response there from NewBee. Kaka at the right place at the right time, and Chuan
more than anything.
Yeah, you've shut down one space creator in the Doom. If you can prevent Hao from being able to have a large impact as we start going around the 15-minute mark, it's going to be the time. Sets up the Chronosphere. The follow-up abilities should be enough to burst Hao down as he goes down to about a 30 HP. He's going to be forced to pop his ultimate here, but isn't going to be able to jump away in time. He didn't really have an escape. He could have gone to Koifa in the mid lane, but NewBee unable to do much there, and that made even worse by the fact that they blew the Spectre ultimate for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that NewBee wasn't playing around that fact, and Chuan at bottom, he's going to get gone on. Doesn't really have help coming in, as the Viper's going to be the one to TP.
Yeah, the Sunstrike's on mark though. Chuan does go down. KheZu a little bit low, but Moo doesn't really have anything to stop him here. It's a time walk, and TP out is actually going to be enough. It looks like just barely able to get away ahead of the Spectre dagger. By some teams that are a little bit more foreign to them that they don't know as much about. I mean, if you're able to call that kind of rotation, it seems like NewBee should be able to too, and yet they still get caught by in the mid lane. TP out from YapzOr. It's not going to be enough though. The damage over time. Oh, he dies inside the fountain. The Viper for this game, right? That's where your timing's really going to lie.
It's just been slowed down a little because KP is more underfarmed than he typically is.
Right, there's the Chronosphere at the bottom lane. Ready to go with the Sunstrike. They also have the Fissure as well. They're going to pop the Cinderin ultimate just to make sure that Hao does in fact go down. Moo's opportunity to be able to respond. Might be able to get a turnaround kill on KheZu, and he does shortly before the time walk was ready to go.
They know how to play this. They, at the very bare minimum, they want to take this tower, but more importantly, they're taking away Hao's ability to use the Haunt aggressively.
Right.
So at the bottom,
there is a relocate opportunity, but they're going to be, nice hex immediately thrown down. Now the bigger death, turn around, KheZu's going to get popped. Doesn't even manage to get off the Chronosphere, and now the relocate comes in. Spectre popped that ultimate. They've already cleaned up the Wisp, so they're going to go for YapzOr next, as Hao tries to chase down his enemy. KP's going to help him out by throwing out the Doom. Oh, Era needs some help, but unfortunately the Wisp gets sent back at just the wrong time. Era is forced to use his ultimate to be able to survive. Moo gets hit by the Sunstrike. He's dropping lower and lower, needs some assistance, and here comes the Wisp, just in time to be able to keep him alive. Era looking for 2, but it's only going to get 1. Moo manages to survive, and that's going to be a wipe, leaving both Moo and KP to be the big victors.
Really like they're doing nothing during the time period where they can't get aggressive. It means they're still trading, they're getting something out of the map, and they're refreshing their cooldowns.
Chuan runs in, has up a Fort Spirit, but they're still going to be able to catch up to Koifa with the dagger. He's going to look for a little bit of jump away, but goes swap by KheZu, responds with a nice 3-man Chronosphere. That's going to be Kaka down first. Now they turn around. The Impale, as well as a Finger of Death, going to be able to blow up KheZu. Looks like the Invoker was able to skedaddle away.
The counter initiation of the IO, and most importantly the mech. There's no easy targets.
An opportunity just like this presents itself with a Shadow Blade. They're able to run into Era with the relocate ready to go. The attempt, not even attempted, it's a nice Cinderin is also going to be picked off as Chuan comes in.
Where Koifa saw the opportunity to go in. Maybe YapzOr thought he was going to lead with the Yule Scepter. Actually, that's probably what happened.
Yeah. Because then he can close the distance and maybe get the chain stun. Cinderin actually runs into 2 here, is able to get off his ultimate, but is it going to be enough? They've got the backup. There's no response from the rest and no Diggity.
The Chrono plus setup into the Invoker spells is always going to be strong, regardless of what phase of the game you're in or what kind of lead you have. So it's not like NewBee necessarily want to go for the 5-man, but...
Round 2 of going on to Hao. He does have the Haunt up yet again. KheZu waiting, and is now going to jump the Chronosphere just in time to stop that TP. Spectre thinking that perhaps he could keep that that Haunt alive by just TPing out. NewBee are going to respond in kind, though. They're going to get a pick off on Kezu, it looks like, as they've got the Doom ready to go. And Kezu's not getting away, certainly not with that Purge.
Hey, Era's making his way up with the Doom down. This might be an opportunity for him.
Chuan's ready to counter-initiate, though. He gets pierced by beautiful Hex, and Era is blown up. Chuan set that up beautifully. He knew. He's like, okay, Kezu's dead. I don't need to do anything about that. All I have to do is wait for Era to poke his head out, and I can get us an extra kill. Unfortunately, bottom lane. Oh, they actually brought the Viper back. That was not the play. As Yapster was ready to go. Maybe Move is actually still good, though. The Deafening Blast, and now an Earth Spike comes in. They get both of the supports, and Moo will survive through all of that. TP's away casually off of 300 HP.
Chuan.
KP's about to get so much more. He's got another 2k gold on top of the Boots of Travel.
Oh, bottom.
They picked up.
I was going to get gone on.
He still has the haunts. He's going to have to reality away somewhere, but doesn't see an opportunity. Everyone else was in the mid lane underneath the tier 2 tower, so that haunt come in. Roshan already down to 3k HP. They're just about to come in with Moo, though. They're going to see Roshan about to die as Spectre pops that ultimate, gives them all the vision they need, and they actually grab the Aegis. No, Era managed to pick it up. Kezu drops the Chronosphere, zoning out the rest of NewBee and catching Moo inside, but they're trying to pop it. It's just not quite enough. Meanwhile, Hal goes for a quick pickoff, tries to TP out immediately afterwards, but Era is able to stay on top of him with the help of Yapzor. Oh, Hal actually getting a save there as Chuan comes in at the perfect time with another disable. Era has to pounce himself over the trees to get out, and in the end, NewBee managed to make that Roshan fight work for them. There's still the advantage of it.
Was on the very edge of it. Era had the opportunity, but instead assumed that he might die, I think, was the thought process behind that. But by killing the Viper, I think they open up a little bit more.
Koifa, gone, deleted.
Hasn't been too successful in that regard. Silver Edge is completed by this Doom. Nice little item pickup for him. But still, I mean, Dig is in an okay position. They still have...
Oh, they get the pounce blowing up, Hal. That's the combination you need to see from no Diggity play. They're going to sit back with their 2 supports, hiding, waiting for the natural flow of the game where no Diggity
has a gem. They're going to see KP here.
Oh, jump in. Echo Slam immediately jumping. They're going to follow this up with the Yule Scepter. They're going to try and save this fight, though, as the Spectre Ultimate comes in. Yapster's already low enough. He managed to get off the Fissure, though, blocking in KP even further. And they've definitely got him dead. But is it going to be worth it for no Diggities? They're going to be losing so many members, especially as Era tanks the Doom at the last second, which means he will fall as well. 3 down for no Diggity. Chronosphere comes in, catching Chuan. They will get a second kill on this, but NewBee are still going to be very happy with this trade-off as is.
Viable nowadays for supports to go for it, and the amount of value that you get, especially against Diggity's lineup, features so much of their damage being magical, especially from the 2 supports.
Kaka, no amount of magic armor is going to save you from that, though. Koifa still outputs a lot of physical damage thanks to the Alacrity and Forge Spirits. And they may try and take this fight mid. Oh, actually, Chuan's going to be able to get the Force Staff initiation onto Yapzor. He's done for.
And Moo's been a lot in a lot of these fights, and he's been the...
But unfortunately, they never actually cross paths with the Doom when he was scouting.
Oh, mid. They're showing everybody right now. This is a really good opportunity for NewBee.
Yep, they're going to jump in, manage to get the stun out. Looks like they're going to focus on Tinderin first while they do manage to get the Doom onto Koifa. So 2 heroes already down for no Diggity, and no opportunity to be able to get anything out but a quick kill on Chuan.
They got the gem. It's by far the biggest... they're pinging for Kezu. Their smoke's about to run out, but I think they might have the angle for this.
Yeah, they've still got him. KP. He's going to be ready to just blink, straight up Doom Kezu right before the time walk can go off. And again, the big high ground defender of no Diggity ends up falling. And immediately, look what no Diggity are doing in the top lane. They're going to try and respond by jumping How.
This is a hero that is going to take you a while.
Yeah, you would have to have the biggest Echo Slam. In fact, they're just going to need a stun to be able to stop that TP out. They do get it, though. And How? He's got to relocate coming in. Era immediately abandoned ship. Trying to stay ahead, has his pounce ready to go, but not going to be in time, it looks like. Pops the Manta trying to dodge some of that Infernal Blade damage, but now the Haunt is going to continue to chase him down. Doesn't look like they have the counter vision available as Chuan is a bit too far away.
So they used some abilities. They didn't have to use the BKB on the Slark. He's able to survive.
Okay, never mind. Oh, found Koifa. He's sitting in the trees and How jumps in.
The Spectre, just because the Viper doesn't have slots, you're in a really good spot. They might actually just push in mid, knowing that there's still 20 seconds left on that Invoker. As Moo at mid, he's just going to
buy back an arrow. Oh no, he's going to be blown up by the Finger of Death. There's no response from no Diggity, as Yapzor couldn't get a Blink Echo Slam to to stop that initiation from NewBee. And now it looks like they're going to have to give up a melee Rax or full buyout here in the next few seconds. That doesn't seem to be happening. And Poker just now comes back up. KheZu makes his initiation. Two-man Chronosphere. Here comes the buyback now from Era, but Cinderin's already dead in the background. And Hao has taken no dent whatsoever in his HP pool. They did absolutely nothing to the two cores they caught inside of that Chronosphere. And now we're really seeing...
Can't ask for a better lineup when it comes to having wombo combo spells. But it was so much on them.
You're seeing really the way that that some of the Chinese scenes like NewBee. Oh, the initiation on Yapzor, going to be able to get the Earth Spike into Finger, follow up Hex. KP was actually hoping to be able to get an initiation on someone else, but they already have to relocate onto Cinderin, so that's fine. They clean up the Yapzor kill with KP. A seemingly impossible task ahead of No Diggity. Going to need the team fight initiation of their lives. It's going to start with Era jumping onto Moo and manage to get the Silver Edge proc onto him, but there is going to be save. Nice relocate in the back. They did get the Chronosphere, but only catches one. Looks like he tried to catch the Wisp as well, but no such luck. Yapzor going to have to pop the Echo Slam shortly before he dies, but again, not really much of a dent being put in. Hao just keeps on going straight for KheZu, while the rest of No Diggity retreat back to their fountain as NewBee take full control of the No Diggity base.
Yeah, there's almost nothing that Diggity can do now without their two big team fights. They're just going to call it at that point, but NewBee had complete control. Yeah, if you're going to center anything, it's going to be that fight at bottom where times of charm
on Classic. Okay, very quick.
No Diggity knows something is up, as they just threw out the scan near the Ancient area, expecting that perhaps the Batrider was going to try and come in from the side, but it's full wraparound behind bottom lane where they're going to be able to catch out KheZu to start with, slowing him down with a sticky napalm. Era's going to be next. He's got his target of the lasso. KheZu is going to be run down a little bit further, but Cinderin managed to come in time with the Shallow Grave. Unfortunately, that TP is going to be cancelled, and KheZu is most certainly dead, but they did manage to get out with Era. First blood goes down, quick turnaround kill as Twan ends up going down to the right clicks of the two supports, but unfortunately, now No Diggity have no response as NewBee are going to dive deep into the tier 1 tower with Hao leading the way with the help of Kaka's movement speed. Yapzor managed to get a double stun, goes for the right click on Kaka, knows he can't really do much there, and just tries to buy a little bit more time while Moo chases down Cinderin. Has all the sticky napalm stacks in the world, but is going to be slowed down by Era just in time. Maybe Moo, he can't right click yet, Lasso's about to fade, and now Cinderin is going to fall as the Firefly is able to clean him up. Era no longer having the rage, is still going to stay behind Moo though, hoping to be able to catch him out still. But that's not the case. The Juggernaut Healing Ward keeps both the core and the support alive, while Hao will take the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, and they push out this bottom lane, which is going to be pretty huge for them. Unfortunately, they weren't able to kill Era at bottom. He was just half an inch away from being able to grab the...
Because of the aggressive smoke rotation through. I'm sure No Diggity are going to be able to deal with it now. Might not be Cinderin who can counterward it, though. He's in some serious trouble. Scattered out by Moo and Kaka. He's only got the Shallow Grave to buy himself time, but doesn't have the TP to be able to get out
really quickly. And they're probably going to pick off KheZu here. Not, they're going to make their way into mid. They actually see Koikfa. They're going to play for this ward. And they didn't go for the D ward despite knowing that there was definitely a ward up there.
Yeah, now they're going to be caught out because of it. Free kill on Koikfa. Era trying to run in, see if he can get some sort of turnaround kill, but everyone from NewBee is more than healthy enough. Now they just need the full retreat. Hao not actually TPing out. They're going to relocate in with Kaka and KP. They're going to fight this one out. Sable's going on to KP. They're going to identify Kaka first, but this does cost KheZu his life, as I believe KP is going to be able to run him down. Shallow Grave comes out at the right time. Meanwhile, Era goes onto the Batrider, who completed the TP out. KP has to dive in real deep in order to get that KheZu kill after the Shallow Grave saved his life initially, and is now going to go for a TP away himself. NewBee, meanwhile, Twan and Hao battling it out with Yapzor, but looks like Twan is dead as Hao parts way with his support.
Oh, that's well worth it for them. They were able to get the kill on the Tinker. They slowed down the efficiency of the Beastmaster. That's back-to-back engagements that they've set up around there that have been successful for them so far. But
And the other thing is they're probably not going to know, well, maybe they will now as Moo makes his initiation, but this ward that they placed with the previous smoke rotation around will spot out KheZu and allow NewBee to find yet another opportunity for a quick pickoff.
Yeah, I know Boots of Travel available on the Tinker either, as Koikfa can't really do much to help out, but Yapzor might just find the initiation on the Kaka.
Gets a long range or spike that will allow them to be able to get a support kill and turn around. Koikfa will snap in when they were going for that fast push at the top lane, so they hardly get any damage on that tier 2. But they might still get a pick-off nonetheless. They're going to lead here, trying to slow down Hao, and leading the charge. I'm not sure what kind of initiation that was.
They're
I'm sure there
hoping to roar?
was, yeah, I'm sure there was supposed to be some sort of wraparound, but now no Diggity are going to be the ones caught, overextending themselves, and Cinderin will be the freebie.
Yeah, and what should have been this Jug setting up, they want to kill Era. They probably can too. They've got way more than enough damage here.
He's got the rage, but it might not matter as the lasso goes down. Hao is able to pop the Manta, and they just right-click Era to death.
Makes the correct move, tries to go for Chuan at that point. No point in running. Sound of Era hopping into the Yapzor, and it looks like they finally do want to take this fight. They're saying we're getting out farmed no matter what.
Yeah.
Maybe they can get the initiation onto this Juggernaut.
Is the sort of corner that NewBee have managed to back no Diggity into. That they're getting anxious, they know they have to take a fight, but it might not be the best fight. Oh, what is practically a ravage coming out from Yapzor. He managed to stun 3. Still though, the Omni Slash is able to go out. Yapzor's going to die because of it. Now Era's being dragged away by the lasso. What started off so good is going to end so badly for no Diggity as they're just falling apart. All they've got is the March of Machines, but it doesn't do anything against all the sustained of NewBee. Look at them. Healthy as a lark.
Yeah, they've got so many different team fight items. KP has a type of inside Crimson Guard.
NewBee may find something small here. It's just the 2 supports. I think we're setting up behind the Tinker essentially.
Yeah.
Who's going to be Boots are traveling in, but now they see KP. They realize, oh no, this is terrible, and they're going to lose Cinderin and probably lose Yapzor as well. Moo.
He's just getting kited around right now by Moo.
Dodged the Earth Spike, backed himself up, then got some more sticky napalm. There it is, the guaranteed kill on 2, right outside the Roshan pit. As well as now the stolen Shadow Wave from Chuan. Keep being the 2 cores of NewBee, very much healthy. They're taking a melee Rax, make it a ranged Rax as well.
And NewBee just reset, go for bottom. If you're Dig, you kind of have to take this fight. It sucks, but there's no real other options.
Absolutely nothing stopping NewBee. Pops the spin. Hao, maybe a little bit early. The Roar's going to come out. They're going on KP. They're actually going to be able to burn through some of his mana here, but now the Primal Roar turnaround as Chuan throws that on the Yapzor. He tries to make his initiation, but absolutely nothing goes off quite, but dies in the background as Hao jumps in with the Omni Slash. And what was seemingly an inevitable GeGe call finally comes out from no Diggity as NewBee.
The farming efficiency with how many jungle stacks they cleared, they know that Dig like to slow down the